Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello, and welcome to the premiere episode of Asstahpiece Theatre. We're all snuggled in for the night in our jammies, aren't we? And we're gonna snuggle in for a nice bedtime story, so do come back, will you?
Yep, that's me, at 320 pounds. Man, I was living large. Go ahead, you could say it. I was a real fat bastard. But then I got multiple sclerosis. Everything had to change. So I changed it. What else was I gonna do? I'm Rob Braziers, and this is my life.
Oh, I've looked forward to you all day. Oh, hello. Welcome. What were we going to do? Oh, story time, that's right. Tonight, I'm going to read you an excerpt from one of my favorite stories. It's called The Golden Rose Was Plucked. These things don't work anyway. She heard his horse's hooves galloping along the gravel of her drive. Her husband had thankfully left yesterday for his months-long journey. She ran to the door, her nightdress deceiving her ample breasts, the sun sneaking a peek through the clear glass window. He hopped off his horse and strode toward the door, confident and cocky. Speaking of cocky, the excitement in his pants swung in noticeable celebration and anticipation of their encounter. The doors flew open, and in his arms she jumped, their lips meeting and their tongues dancing as he slammed the doors behind them, pushing her against the marble wall beside them. Rather clumsily, and could be construed this day, an assault. She lost her breath in his mouth, and a tiny whimper escaped her, but it only fueled him further. This amateur wife-beater. He tore at her nightdress and flung the tatters to the ground, his strong hands grasping and holding her up by her alabaster buttocks. Firm, long before the days of Pilates and elliptical devices. As their tongues danced and played, a river in her was deftly running through it, and his excitement swelled to the point of bursting against her. That's a bit disgusting, isn't it? She reached down and freed him of his cloth bondage. In his eyes, a fire was alit for her, and the movement of his hips encouraged her onward. There they kissed in the grand foyer, with only the marble walls and statues as witness. As her legs wrapped around him, and she pressed his engorged encouragement into her. The deeper he went, the more shallow her breathing became. She felt herself gloriously stretched by him, and he felt every inch of her wet, silky softness surrounding him. Fueled by the look in her eyes, he pushed onward, deeper and faster, wanting to leave nothing of himself for himself, and wanting to give it all to her. And all of it she took, gasping and screaming at the top of her lungs, "Fill me, you bastard!" Oh, excuse me. That part always gets to me. Oh, forgive me. Oh, where were we? Oh, yes. Outside, on the gravel drive, his untethered horse raised its head with a shriek. Humans, the horse thought to himself, and we're called animals. Thank you so much for joining me for this first episode of Asstahpiece Theatre. Do follow us on YouTube, Life with Rob Braziers, and do come back for another bedtime story. Cheerio now.